Have you ever doubted yourself so much that you held back and you missed out on opportunities or felt stuck in life? What if I told you that unresolved trauma might just be the reason why that is happening to you? Let's break this down and learn a little bit about why trauma might show up and how we can break free from this cycle. Confidence isn't just about how you feel in the moment. It is shaped a lot by our experiences, things that we've gone through, things that we've been conditioned to learn and feel. And sometimes when there's childhood trauma and we've experienced some trauma internally at an early age or even throughout our life, that can leave a deep imprint in our subconscious. And so this imprint begins to manifest as self-doubt, fear of failure, or even perfectionism that just doesn't allow us to move forward or to share our ideas or expand. And I completely understand what this is like because I've been there. There was a time when I was terrified to speak up at work. I really didn't feel as smart as everyone else. I didn't feel like my ideas or my knowledge was valuable. I didn't want to share because I thought that nothing that I said was going to add any value or that anyone was going to really find it useful. And so I'd convinced myself that I shouldn't say anything and I would never actually speak up during meetings, etc. And honestly, staying quiet all the time was just not really benefiting me in my role and in my work. It wasn't until I started digging into why I didn't want to share or felt like I couldn't speak up at work that I understood that some of my childhood trauma was really imprinted within me and subconsciously actually having a huge effect on how I was showing up at work. And in all honesty, a lot of times I would be sitting at meetings thinking about things that I wanted to say. I wouldn't say them because I'd be so afraid of judgment and ridicule maybe. And a lot of times people would say the same thing that I was thinking or something along the lines and everyone was in agreement and praising them. And in my mind, I'm like, geez, you should have said something. Why didn't you open up your mouth, right? And there was always this internal battle. So anyway, today we're going to discuss how trauma can create some of these blocks and then how we can counteract some of them. Trauma often plants limiting beliefs within our system. I'm not good enough, I'll fail if I try, I don't fit in, no one wants to hear from me. And that can really stop us from feeling confident enough to show up in certain ways, especially at work or in other environments where it's important to really show up confidently. There's also this need to be perfect, right? And so to avoid criticism or judgment, then, you may strive to be absolutely perfect and not make any mistakes and give yourself some standards that are just almost impossible to reach, which really only sort of creates this circle of failure, right? Because you're putting your standards up so high that it's just only a matter of time before things are not going to work out. So let's dig into how we can break this cycle and rebuild your confidence. So the first step is try to understand and increase your knowledge of the connection between what you've been through in life that might be causing these moments of self-doubt. And ask yourself, what does this remind me of from the past? Like if you're sitting in your meetings and you're really wanting to say something and express and give your ideas and your thoughts, and you're not able to, really try to dig in later on and ask yourself, what is this reminding me of? What is this environment sort of connecting me to from my past that may be reminding me of something that made it difficult for me to show up? Also, start with small little sort of low stake challenges, right? So to prove yourself that you can succeed and that you can show up confidently and start practicing it slowly. So maybe that is, okay, in every meeting that you have at work, you are, thinking about at least contributing one small idea or thought, right? And if that doesn't happen or that's difficult to do in every single meeting, that's okay. Maybe it's one meeting a day or one meeting 3 times a week, right? So small things that you can practice with to see how your system and how your body feels. And then also trauma healing takes time, right? And tools like therapy, journaling, even sharing your journey with other, trusted people, going for walks, starting some spiritual practices of mindfulness and stress relief and things like that can a lot of times help you ground and really dig in slowly to start feeling and realizing and finding out what is stopping you from showing up confidently in your life and at work. So the next steps, I just want you to really think about writing down at least one area of your life where you feel like you're lacking confidence, and ask yourself what beliefs or fear is holding you back. Even if it's just one that you can really connect with yourself on, so that you can figure that out. And then you can work with that one moving forward for a while and make that the goal for this month. Okay, that's about it for me. I will see you in your next video.